Man.
No, we're not doing that.
This your second year or third year?
Second.
What do you think of it this year?
I wish it was my third. This is the third one they've had. I think it's bigger as far as attendance. Twice the amount of people. I think the courses were harder this year than they were last year. But it was fun. It was fun to have, because there was only 3 of us last year. It was really fun to have, what, seven people?
Yeah, at one point we had a group of 8 and a walker. So
yeah, we had 9 people out there. It was a lot of fun having just a very unique crew to run those courses with.
It's a little colder this year.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that the weather doesn't want to work with you sometimes. If the weather today was what it was yesterday, it'd be absolutely perfect. But it is trying to rain on us. But hopefully that is moving this way, even though I don't think it is.
Yeah, clouds are coming from the mountains.
But yeah, the wind is making things a little less enjoyable for sure. What did you think of it, this being your first year?
I've been looking forward to doing like some sort of more official bow shoot for some time.
Yeah.
It's pretty ironic actually, watching Podium Archer and MFJJ and Dan from Elk Shape and Tim Connor do tax years ago when we first moved out here to California is what really ignited that fire to go to such a type of an event. Mm-hmm. And now we're doing one that's kind of like brought to you by Podium Archer, so that's really cool.
Yeah, it is. He sponsored one of the courses at this event. He's been out hanging around. It's been pretty cool.
I definitely was willing to take chances today.
Well, you didn't have a choice but to take chances. I think on the Beast Broadheads course, there wasn't a single target that I went into.
Hi, little girl.
Pause. Let's see. You said you were willing to take some chances.
Yeah. So on the Beast one, it's just like feeling very bullish about some of the shots where you're in tight windows and you're like, you know what your flight path should be. At 70 pounds, I know there's stronger bows out there, but you got a fairly flat arc on a lot of stuff.
Yep.
But I was pretty hopeful I was going to be able to arch a rock. That wasn't the case. Blew up my arrow.
That's going to look good in slow-mo.
And a little bit later on, the motivation in our group was dying a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna shoot this turkey in the head. And I'm pretty confident I did. It wasn't dead on in the head, but I think I got it kind of like in the neck, and there's a pass through. But we'll see in the reviews. But
I underestimated a little bit how much, just how much it was going to take out of me. Especially the first course was 2.25 miles, and there was a couple moments where it was like just grabbing on trees to freaking pull yourself up the trail. But you're talking about taking chances again. I don't feel like you really didn't have a choice but to take chances on that first course. Those are some of the most technical shots, a lot of them. And it was ironic, I thought, that I hit every target on that course and ended up freaking finally losing one to that stupid raptor.
I blame your pride in your stance, because you kept going back to that stance whenever you reveal it, like whenever it's possible.
I don't blame the stance at all. I 100% flinched on that shot.
Okay.
100% flinched on that shot.
It gave you like probably 3 or 4 more inches there.
I definitely let the tree branch get in my head, and when I thought the bow was supposed to go off, or my body thought it was supposed to go off, it didn't. I flinched, and I kind of did one of those double punches and freaking sent it into the tree branch.
As far as the whole shoot of the day is pretty devastating to a bunch of us. There was a lot of 5s across the board. Yeah, there was plenty of 12s, don't get me wrong, there's 12s and 10s, but the 5s just carried so much weight to them.
Where's my thing at? I'll tell you how many 5s I had on the first course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had shot 9 5s on the first course out of 20 targets.
Mine's in my bino harness, so I might clip it in the bottom here or something. But yeah, it was a lot of fun though. It was awesome. We got out there early this morning, and James actually came by on the first target and kind of hung out with us, shot that target, and complimented Ryan's, was that a 10 or 12?
It was about a frog hair away from it. No, it was like an inch out of its 12. It was a 10. It was a
Someone shot 12, I forget who.
You did. Oh, you baited me right into that.
Anyways, 12s were pretty hard throughout the whole day, but it was we both had pretty good shots on our first target, so that felt good. Earlier in the week, up on base, it's been very windy, so I had some questions about my sight tape. I actually moved to the 5.0s, Easton 5.0s this week, which were about 3 grains lighter than my normal arrows, which are the airstrikes. But they seem to be shooting pretty decent overall. Didn't really notice a difference.
That was my first shot since like the second week of April.
That's surprising. We actually spoke about going to the range together on Tuesday, and I still went out there, but I never heard nothing else out of Ryan, so I figured he was busy with stuff. Or maybe it was snow.
I forget what I was doing.
Thursday, maybe. No, both days I went out.
Yep. I know I spent like 3 days trying to get camping stuff together, so I was probably doing something of the sort. But
There's
yeah,
something else I wanted to talk about.
My first shot in pretty much a month.
Something else I wanted to bring up was your mental state for these shoots. So this isn't a shoot that we do very often. We have one shot a year to go to, and this is my first one. And it's only a 2-day event. There's 3 courses. We shot 2 of them today. We might shoot the other one tomorrow. It just depends on the events with the weather and everything throughout the next 12 hours. But as we were getting about halfway through that second course, all of us were just kind of done. The hiking was a little bit more than we expected. It wasn't necessarily tough or anything, but that, along with videoing and shooting with such a sizable group, it just took a lot out of us. But I kept thinking, like you can't waste these shots. Like we only have so many shots. So Ryan definitely finished out the 2 courses. He finished out second course a bit stronger than everyone else, but I definitely tried to stay right in there. There was one where we had another big group behind us kind of pushing us. I was like, let's see how fast I can shoot this. And I still got 10 on it, but there was no real effort putting on that shot. Other than that, though, I tried to stay focused, not waste our opportunities here.
I let that arrow in the tree get to me a lot more than I should have. And my attitude dropped for like 2 or 3 courses, and I was like, bros, 1, everybody's losing arrows. 2, stop feeling freaking sorry for yourself. It's not that big of a deal. And then I found like my mind shift did switch there at one point, and I think I shot like 3 12s on the back 10 targets or something like that.
Yeah, I shared some words with you at that Billy Goat, which was next target, and I think by that point, like, you were still boogering yourself. my kid's trying to interrupt. But that was just one target later, and we'd already forgotten about you hitting a tree.
Yep.
And if anything, it's cool because like that, you're part of like the history of that tree.
I
now.
know. There's probably, we should have counted. There's probably at least 30 arrows in that tree now.
Yeah.
James is a villain. I don't know what kind of vision he has to come up with his shots, but they're pretty spectacular.
It's that bear. I think it's like probably fourth target in on the series if we end up making this a video.
Yep.
That bear was devastating. So Ryan opted for the head on it, which was the smart call.
You wanna know what's funny?
Huh?
I did not for the head. I pulled my shot.
Oh.
I was aiming for the chest. I pulled the shot and I hit him square between the teeth.
Well,
but you can edit that part out.
But yeah, so it's just been interesting. It's been an awesome day. A lot of our journeys recently we've been calling adventures, and this has been an adventure too. It's in a different way. Idaho was it beat us down, but we also gained so much from it. It's definitely worthwhile, I think. And that was just last weekend, really. And here we are in San Diego, probably 2,500 miles apart.
However, yeah.
So, trying to stay busy. We have deer season coming up faster than we know. We'll have
we got a bow shoot of our own before that.
Yeah, we do. One of the courses that we put a lot of work into. Not just us though. A lot of people had a hand in. we're hosting the first shoot, at least probably in 10 years.
Yeah. At least.
At this location, and it should be a lot of fun. Probably not as fun as this one, but it's still hopefully it's a good turnout.
You got to hand it to these guys. This is their third time doing this, and it's grown each and every year. But they put so much work into it, and it's just a fun environment. Like, it's granted, all the people here kind of think the same. We're like the same type of people, so it's easy to conversate and to get along. But just the putting together the opportunity to be in this environment, and then the work they put in the courses is I really want to hopefully pick his brain at some point and at like how he has the vision to come up with those courses, because they're granted.
So I'm guessing that they probably gave some help to it, but there's definitely some things that like Bow Disciples and Podium Archer and all the sponsors had. One cool thing that hopefully y'all get to see, I probably didn't focus enough on, is the Bomar course. It had shots that replicated some of his hunts. So the one I enjoyed the most was probably was it the bedded deer? Was it bedded? I forget. It was shooting kind of like at a slight slope.
It wasn't bedded. You talking about the one in the V?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bedded, but that was I mean, the only thing you could see that deer was pretty much the part of the deer that you needed to hit. It
was such a rewarding shoot. I think me and Ryan both nailed that one. We just pretty much sunk our pin right in that V and just sunk it.
Oh no, that was like an impala, antelope.
That was a deer.
But yeah, I was thinking you were talking about the one where it was like that African thing, and there was just a really tight V.
Oh.
But I definitely, sorry.
So many targets. We shot 40 targets
40
today.
Targets today.
So we've got some room to be confused.
I definitely would love to have been able to shoot the third one, but again, it's very tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah. We weren't going at a super like rapid pace, but just the steepness of the trails and the technicality of it on your body and on the mind too. But yeah, rewarding was a good word. Very rewarding.
Yeah. So, I got to see. So this man here, he's pretty much famous. He's got to talk with MFJJ a few times. I've only got to see him from a distance at this point, and I tried to not be like a schoolgirl and go and like, just
it does feel weird, like
crash on him.
You don't want to be that guy, or I mean, like me either. When
I probably will in a little bit if the opportunity comes up again.
But again, him and James both. Everybody, they're such genuine people, and they love that type of interaction. Yeah. Now, granted, he did look a little beat earlier today. He looked like he just needed a minute.
Yeah, I think I probably made the right call. But yeah, so it was awesome seeing some of these guys that's influenced us since 2021 pretty heavily in a lot of ways.
Yep.
Watching their videos is a pretty heavy reason why we started building our own arrows. I'm not currently building my own. It gives me an excuse to go up to the local archery store, but I know Ryan's still building his stuff. Once I leave here, I'll probably start building my stuff again. News drop. I'm going to North Dakota, so by this fall, I'll be in North Dakota doing videos.
Y'all ain't gonna see this man hunt ever again. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think I'm gonna be pretty busy when I first land there, but we should be able to get some upland hunts in. Hopefully some fishing trips and stuff. But for now, we're just gonna focus on our time left in California. Deer season, archery season will still be here. I'm probably gonna try to focus more on the filming part and maybe following Ryan or Vince or whoever. I'm still gonna be carrying a bow when possible, but I think it's gonna be more success through teamwork than just going out and.
I feel like you've really taken a liking to videoing, have you?
I think I recognize the importance of working as a team, because I can't video myself and get the quality I want when ultimately, like when we go pig hunting, y'all probably picked up on this, but I don't super care to go kill 15 pigs. I enjoy the journey of hunting them, but after I've killed a few, that's kind of it for me. That's why I'll still carry a bow and stuff, but I think the past few hunts, I think Ryan's been the trigger man for many of them, and he also eats them a lot faster than I do.
I do. When I have one, I go through it pretty quick.
I've eaten a good bit of mine, but I still have some in the freezer. So I'm not just we're hunters. We're not just killers to kill, you know. So
That shows a lot of respect.
yeah, it's like, but yeah. So I've not set enough time aside for editing recently. So I have a fishing trip I need to edit, our Idaho trip I need to edit. Now this I need to edit. So I just need to take give that side some dedication. We got
Takes
some
a lot of
material.
work. And I hardly edit my stuff at all, so I can only imagine how much.
Yeah, usually when I do it, I start at like 8:30 at night, and I just hammer for like 6 hours, and wherever I get, I just save and just pick up the next time I have a chance.
It takes me more time to upload my videos to YouTube than it does to edit. That tells you how much editing I do.
Yeah, I appreciate all your all's support. I've not loaded a video in probably 2 months now, and I'm still getting a fairly consistent bump in subscribers. So thank you all. It means that y'all must be interested in something that we're doing, and hopefully that the videos are of decent quality. But as for the rest of the night, we're gonna get back to enjoying time with our families. Go try to rub elbows with some of the big names in the industry maybe, and just enjoy the music too. There's a concert that they're holding.
Yep.
Maybe some more warm food. If I can get hot chocolate, maybe hot chocolate. It feels like
it's reopen, that'd be worth it, wouldn't it?
yeah, you can probably hear my kid. I know these are isolating mics, but all right. So we're gonna get back to hanging out with our family. You can see that they're
Hey, bud.
they're wanting to hang out with us.
You know that sweatshirt's too big for you?
So hopefully y'all enjoy and stick around to see what the future of Hunter's Journey has to hold. Thanks, Ryan.
Good. Yeah, man. Good talking to you.
Y'all, I know. Hi, buddy. I know I've done some limited release of merch for myself, but about any time we can. Ryan's now got a bunch of hats in. He's accepting orders on shirts. They're made custom at the moment. So go over, check out his site. It's almost guaranteed that his link's gonna be down there in the description, unless I just completely flop it or something. But yeah, thank y'all for the support. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, man. Candy Crush? You don't know how to play Candy